Foods to avoid if you have fluid retention. Fluid retention, or edema, is a very common problem caused by an unbalanced diet, being too sedentary, and not drinking enough water. Many times people think they've gained fat, but actually, what happened is that their body is not processing fluids like it should. Today, we'll tell you which foods you should avoid if you have this issue. When is it fluid retention? As a first step, you should know that fluid retention involves an imbalance between the forces that regulate how fluids move throughout different areas of your body. Thus, this water accumulates in your body's tissues. If you can't eliminate the water, it accumulates in certain areas. The main factors that make the problem worse are a lot of sodium in your diet, poor circulation due to being too sedentary, hormonal imbalance, lack of exercise. If you have fluid retention issues, you can detect them easily, since you'll see weight gain and feel the swelling in various parts of your body, especially your legs and ankles. To test it, all you have to do is press the skin for a few seconds. When you take your finger away, if there is a white mark that stays there for a time, it's because you have edema. To prevent or reduce this fluid imbalance in your body, it's essential to follow a low-sodium diet and increase your intake of drinks and diuretic foods, water, juice, vegetables, fruit, etc. It's also recommended to exercise at least twice a week. Foods to avoid if you have fluid retention. When you have this problem, it's not enough to just exercise and stop using salt. You need to avoid the consumption of certain foods that have the tendency to increase the amount of fluid in your body. Here are some of these foods. Alcoholic drinks. Even if you go to the bathroom as you drink them, a good amount of what you ingested accumulates in your body, including sugar. Alcohol triggers fluid retention in the stomach and legs. A glass of wine per day isn't a problem, but these are cocktails, beer, or drinks with high alcohol content several times per week. Lunch meat. These are made with a very high amount of sodium. Besides being high in fat, they cause fluid retention. When you eat cold cuts, you're coating your artery walls and increasing the risk of heart attack. We can put very salty cheese in the same category. This is usually cheese that comes with the cold cuts on a platter, as well as sausage, smoked ham, and bacon. Common snack foods. Potato chips and other similar products contain a lot of salt to help enhance their flavor. In addition, they are addictive foods that we can't eat just one serving of and we end up finishing off the whole bag. If you're dying for a snack, we recommend choosing sunflower seeds, nuts like walnuts, fruits, vegetables or vegetable soups, garbanzo, eggplant, etc. Refined sugar. Many products you find on the shelf today contain high amounts of sugar or sweeteners. Just like with salt, if these components enter your body, it can't properly eliminate fluids, thus triggering bloating. It's advisable to reduce your consumption or look for more natural alternatives like stevia, honey, or cinnamon to flavor your food. White flour. People who follow a diet made up of pasta, pizza, crackers, or bread are those most likely to suffer from fluid retention and weight gain. Refined flour has carbohydrates that build up in your body and don't let your kidneys work like they should. These compounds increase the amount of water in your body by slowing down kidney function. Instead of white flour, choose whole wheat or reduce your intake. You'll see results in no time. Highly processed products. Frozen food and prepared foods have too much salt added in processing. This is because the food industry uses sodium a lot to keep their products fresh and in good condition. We don't realize what we're eating, and even if we're unaware, we're encouraging fluid retention with these foods. Try to stick to homemade meals, cook a little more, even if it's just a few times a week, and avoid highly processed foods. This may be tough because many people's comfort foods fall into this list, but step by step you'll be able to nourish yourself better. Don't pass the salt. Don't salt your food too much while you're making it or at the table. A good strategy is to not even put the salt shaker on the table. If it's not in front of you, it'll be easier to avoid the temptation. Another option is to season your food with herbs, lemon juice, or olive oil. It will be healthier and more tasty, and lower your risk of suffering fluid retention and other conditions. What should I eat if I have fluid retention? In addition to reducing or avoiding the consumption of the above foods that increase bloating or sodium accumulation, we recommend keeping the following foods in mind. Water, 8 to 12 cups a day. Natural sweeteners, stevia, agave. Fruit, watermelon, grapefruit. Herbal teas, chamomile, green tea, mint. Give it a try.